Hi everyone, Hannah here. So in this month's mini mixed media, we've got this cute little box, little paper box that we're going to alter. So whenever you get your box, you're going to take off the lid and you're going to take out all the little goodies. So we've got this cute little heart doily. We've got a beautiful pink flower. We've got some strips of paper here that we will be using to embellish our box with. These are beautiful papers from the Prima Lavender collection. We've also got these beautiful rhinestones that we will be using. We've got different trims and ribbon here, this beautiful lace with the little pearls on it. We're going to actually be using this to we're going to make, you know, like a little fabric brooch, so to speak. So, and then we've got this beautiful resin piece that we'll be putting in the center of that. So, super excited. And then, because it is a mixed media kit, we've got this beautiful aqua rose. And then we've also got this turquoise satin. So, you'll be getting a 1/2 ounce jar with a little bit of this, and then also with the aqua rose. So super excited. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm grabbing some thread and needle, and I'm going to stitch the pink ribbon and this beautiful like a chiffon or satin ribbon. I'm going to sew it together and bunch it up as I sew it. Now, if you don't have thread and needle or you don't want to sew, you can use the hot glue gun as well. Because it is a little more tedious as far as with the hot glue gun, your fingers having to bunch everything together, it could be kind of hot. So that's why I chose to sew it. I didn't want to be, you know, burning my fingers any more than I had to. So I think it goes by pretty quick with, you know, doing it with thread and needle. For me, it's quicker than doing the hot glue gun just because all the little glue strings, as I call it, get in the way, and I'm all the time pulling those out, and then they get stuck on my fingers, and I'm like trying to get them off. So this is the way for me to do it personally. So I like this way best. But you know, you just do a few stitches in and just, you know, kind of tighten it up and keep going till you get at the end. And then I just close it up, you know, how I want it to look, and then just stitch it together at the ends from there. So that's done, and later on we'll be putting that little green pendant, resin pendant, we'll be gluing that into, you know, our little handmade cabochon or brooch, or however you want to call it. So it's going to be really pretty. I'm excited about this. We haven't done a project like this at all, you know, in the year, I guess, that we've been doing the mini mixed medias. Well, it's been a little bit over a year that we've been doing them, actually maybe about 1.5 years. And I personally love doing projects like this. It's just a lot of fun. I love altering stuff, wrapping stuff with paper, adding lace and jewels to it. It's just so pretty. What I'm going to do with this particular box, after I alter it, I'm going to send it to my mom, you know, with a gift in it for Mother's Day. I'm a little bit late in the game. She knows that I'm always late. But, you know, I'm going to be sending this to her, and I'm going to put something in it. She loves jewelry, so if I can find a nice piece of jewelry for her, you know, maybe a gift card of some kind, and, you know, send it to her or something, you know, and give it to her that way. I think she'll really like it. The last, well, I take that back. We did do an altered box last year. I don't remember how much paper we wrapped on it. I think we just did a little paper on the top. I'm not 100% sure. I think we did wrap some paper on it. And she loved that box so much, so I gave it to her. And she puts it on her dresser, and she's got some stuff in it. So I thought, you know, I'll make this for her. You know, she loves floral imagery. She loves purple. You know, those are her go-to. So this project, the inspiration for the project this month is, you know, for Mother's Day, for my mom, you know, because she does love little boxes, little trinkets. She loves purple. She loves flowers. So this is, you know, ode to Mom, my mom. And, you know, that was the first thing I thought of, was her putting it on her dresser with some jewelry in it, or whatever, you know, she wants to put in there. So hopefully y'all are enjoying this project as well. It is super fun. You know, depending on the feedback y'all give, we may be doing more projects like this. I absolutely love altering stuff. And I feel that I get in a rut with doing picture frames and, you know, wooden panels, things like that. I get in a rut. So when I saw these wooden boxes, I thought, yeah, I'm definitely doing that. And I could already picture it in my mind. And then I just kind of put some of the laces and papers and fabrics together, or ribbon together, because I was really excited about this. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue as I go, you know, just a little bit, I guess maybe like 1 inch apart or so. I don't want too big of a gap. You know, I would say, you know, every 1/2 inch to 1 inch, you know, get a little glue and then press it down. I like to press it down pretty good with my fingers. You can still feel the heat through the paper, especially if it's a high temp glue gun. I recommend a low temp glue gun if you have it. You know, them high temp ones, they can get pretty hot. I mean, I've had them melt stuff. It's like, wow, that's crazy. But maybe mine was going on the blink or went haywire or something. Who knows? I just really like how this is turning out. It's really, really pretty. Now you'll notice the paper's not going around all the way, because this is the lid and it's a little bit wider than the box part. But that's not a big deal, because we're going to be covering it up with our beautiful cabochon or brooch, whatever you want to call it. So now I noticed it was a little longer on one end. I guess I got a little crooked with it. So I'm just trying to straighten it up, just eyeballing it. You know, I just want, for the most part, it to look pretty straight. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. I just love the colors. I think it matches really well with, you know, the paper of the box. So I'm not going to glue that little resin pendant on just yet. I like to put it in the middle, just kind of look and see what I'm going to do. Absolutely love this little trim. It's kind of like a tulle and little white beads, you know, just kind of entwined all the way around. And I just absolutely love it. I think I had actually bought it at Hobby Lobby a while ago. I love going into their bridal section and getting stuff. You can find, you know, the stuff with the pearls and beautiful you know, sparkly lace and ribbons, and so that's where I got it at. It's been a little while. I got like a big roll of it, and I'm kind of getting down to the end. So it's really pretty though. And I'm going to just keep going around the top with this. So I'm going to cut these into strips here, and we will be adding them along the bottom part of the lid. We added the little fabric bead trim to the top of it. This rhinestone trim is going to go around the bottom of it. Now this is adhesive, so I'm not adding any hot glue or regular glue to it. It's pretty sticky, so I'm just sticking it right on. If you want to, you know, be safe than sorry and add the hot glue, you know, go ahead and do that. I'm just sticking this on as is. I've used this on other projects before. I used to make a lot more scrapbook albums than I do now. And I absolutely loved running these along the tops of pockets or the sides of pages. You know, I'd add some lace and then run it along the top of the lace. Oh, it just really made this very beautiful, beautiful look. I just absolutely loved it. I would definitely like to get into making scrapbook albums more. It does take a little bit of time, you know. I would say it takes more time to make a scrapbook album for me, because I like my scrapbook album to look really pretty. Lots of lace and flowers and, you know, like these rhinestone adhesive strips, you know, lots of pockets, flip outs, waterfalls. I just love putting all of that in the scrapbook albums. And of course, you know, it does take quite a bit of time. So hopefully we will get there soon. Right now, you know, we're in the process of making changes so that I can have more time to be able to craft and do tutorials. That's what I love doing. So we've got this beautiful green pendant that we are putting on here. It's resin. A friend of mine had sent these to me from Italy. Now, I don't know if they actually came from Italy. It was just something that she had and she sent to me, and I absolutely loved them. And I thought, you know, it'll kind of help bring out the green from the paper. We've got a lot of purples going on, and I want to just pull some of that green out. And I'm going to take the pink, add it to the side of each one. I just want a little, you know, extra sparkly. And so just kind of making it look like, you know, you've seen a ring or a brooch and it's got that pendant, and then around it it's got like the diamonds or the other jewels. So that's kind of what I'm mimicking here. And then I'm just going to stick this around the edges of our, I'm calling it cabochon. That's just what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to call it cabochon. I don't really think that's what it is, but I'm just going to roll with that until I can Google some other words that this might actually be called. And you could use your hot glue gun. It's pretty sticky, so I'm going to just stick it right onto the fabric here. And I just kind of have it sticking basically on all four corners, if you will. It's rounded, so it don't really have the corners, but, you know, just kind of left to right on each side. So I'm going to glue down this beautiful little heart doily. Just absolutely love it. So while that's drying, I'm going to dry brush the Aqua Rose paint on here. I picked this color paint because it's very opaque, translucent, but it has that real pretty iridescent look. So it's really going to add that nice sheen to our box, just really elevate it as opposed to just, you know, regular paper wrapped box. It's just going to have that beautiful iridescent look. I'm dry brushing it on because if I wet my brush and get the paper all soggy on the box, you know, it's going to buckle and all of that. So I'm just dry brushing the paint on the whole project. So I let the lid dry, and now I'm going to dry brush the Aqua Rose paint on the top of this. And after I do that, I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll take the turquoise satin wax paste that you received in your jar. And a little bit goes a long way on that wax paste, really, because I mean, it really just gives the same effect as this Aqua Rose paint does, you know, that iridescent look. So I actually only used a little bit of the turquoise satin. I kind of used a little bit along the side and then a little bit on the top. Well, this will wrap it up for this tutorial. I hope that you have enjoyed this. This has been something a little different than we've done in a while. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I hope that you did also. Thank you so much for watching.